Hey everybody, this is Stacy. I was making Christmas cards today and thought you might like to follow along. So I'm going to be using some Strathmore Ready Cut watercolor paper. This is a 140-pound cold press paper. It is also 100% cotton, and these are cut to 5x7 sheets. Then I'm going to be using these card bases from Recollections, and these are 5.5 by 5.5 inches. The first thing I'm going to need to do is cut down my watercolor paper to 5 by 5 because I want to leave a nice little border around the edge of my card. Then I'm going to take some plain copy paper and put it in my stamp platform there. And I'm going to stamp this image of this truck on there. I'm going to be doing some layering stamping today, so I need to make a mask. So I will ink up that stamp it on the copy paper, and then I will cut this out with scissors, cut around it, do some fussy cutting, and that will be my mask for my stamping. And you'll see that here in just a second. So there it is. Stamped and cut and all ready to go. So now I'm going to reposition my truck stamp onto the watercolor paper. And we're going to ink that up and stamp that on there. And also I am using some Ranger archival ink because this will hold up to the water when I go to watercolor it. And now, depending on the watercolor paper you're using, you may have to make more than one impression of your stamp because some of the paper is really rough, and so I found myself having to do this maybe 2 and 3 times. So now I'm positioning the presents. I want them to look like they're in the back of the truck, and the Christmas tree I want it to look like it is behind the truck, and that's why the mask is very important. So now we're going to peel that mask off, see what we got. And I think that looks pretty good. That looks just like I want it. So now I'm going to take my set of core watercolors, and I'm going to watercolor this in layers, but you do not have to do that at all. If you've never watercolored before, if you're new to watercoloring, you could just put a nice coat of red on that truck and it would look beautiful, but I wanted my truck to look like, it's been a few places. So I'm going to do this in layers. I'm going to add some different colors to it and kind of make it look, the truck look weathered and, like it's been out and about. Maybe it's been in the snow, the salt's got to it, that kind of thing. So you're going to see several layers go into the truck as well as the tree and the packages. I have sped this up and added a little bit of music, and I've actually left this whole process in for those of you who like process videos like that. I like to watch people paint. I don't know about you. So you'll just see me layering different colors, and this is probably the second layer of red here. I started with a really light wash of red. I added kind of a warm orangey yellow, and now this is the second layer of red going in here. Now I'm going to go in with a light coat or a light wash of green on this tree. I think that's just I don't know, it's just a sap green, I think. I'm going to take a little bit of that green, and I've mixed a little bit of Payne's gray with that, and we're going to do some shadows under the bulbs, and we're just going to do some little shadow areas on the tree, kind of give it a 3-dimensional look. And Payne's gray is a very kind of a bluish gray, so when you mix it with the green, it just kind of makes a darker green color. And then I'm going to take some Payne's gray all by itself, and I'm going to really accent some of those spots and some of that foliage. And you'll see I fuss with this tree way too much, but That's just what I do. I'm very detail oriented. I think I said that already. And so yeah, there's me fussing with the tree. I can't help myself. I can't help myself, but I enjoy this. So, and I don't have very many cards to make. I mean, if you were needing to make, 30 cards or something, I might not do this, but I don't send out too many Christmas cards anymore. And I'm still fussing with the tree. Would you look at that? Okay, so now I'm going into a nice blue, and we're going to start working on the packages, and we're going to color in some ornaments as well. I'm also doing this stuff in layers as well. Now, if you're going to go and watercolor ornaments, if you're going to do this, then leave a little white spot towards the top of your ornaments to one side, either left side or right side, just to make it look more dimensional, like the light's hitting it. And put some yellow on the package, and I'm going to make some yellow ornaments. I think I'm going to make the big package there in the middle a nice bright red, just like I did the ornaments there on the tree. And again, just adding that first layer of color. And then I do believe I darkened up those red ornaments a little bit with a little bit of pink color, kind of a magenta color. It's probably quinacridone magenta, something like that. So now I'm going to do the first layer of my bows. And come back in with another layer on the truck. And darken it up in some spots and leave some spots lighter color. And if you've noticed, I even left some white here and there. So again, just to give it a little dimensional look and kind of make it look like it's, it's been a few places. It's an older truck, it's been around. Yeah, more layers, more layers. Now I'm adding that second layer to the packages. And a little extra paint there to the bottom of the ornaments as well. Just cleaning up that package there. And I'm going in with my second layer of that dark pink color for my bows. Now it's on to the tires, so just going to do a light wash of Payne's Gray. And then I'm going to take a little bit darker of the Payne's Gray, and I'm going to go in the center of the tire into the hubcaps and just give that a little bit of dimension there. And there you can see me fussing. fussing, cleaning stuff up. So I'm going to take a little bit of blue and a little bit of Payne's Gray, and I'm just going to make a little shadow underneath the truck there. Just a little wash of shadow. And I'm fussing again. I can't leave anything alone. I'm just kind of lightening some spots there on the tree. I'm going to take a lighter blue and really water that down. I just want a really light sky in the background. Darken it up there a little bit at the top. And that's it. So there you have it. There's the finished painted card. And there's another one that I did earlier. Kind of the same but different. I don't think I'd add the background to that card yet. So now I'm going to take my card base and I'm going to stamp the sentiment in on the inside. And that says, I'm not sure what that says. You know why? Because the voiceover thing is in the way. I was sending loads of Christmas wishes. Oh, so yeah, so I just use a stamp block for that. And I'm going to sign my little autograph there at the bottom because, you know, I colored it in. Why not? So now I'm going to take some foam tape. I was originally just going to tape these on. You can see that the adhesive was already there, but I thought, you know, I want to give this a little more dimensionality. So I grabbed the foam tape and we're going to fix that to the top of the card with the foam tape. That'll be a nice little border all the way around. And then the final thing I did, I thought, well, my tree needs some stars, and I happen to have these little gold star sequins. So I took some glossy accents and put the star on the tree. And now that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little process video. And I'll see you back here real soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.